guys, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so each time I upload a new video you're going to be the first to come and watch. And if you're returning, welcome. It's your girl LozenNel. And so I was thinking about how we are bound to be provoked every day. I often say that people have a lot to say, and most of the times the things that they tell us, the things that they say to us can provoke us to act in a particular way. And so we have to be careful with what we say. So seal it up. Words have power, and the combination of it is even more powerful. In my days in the university, I studied linguistics, and we had courses on syntax, that's word formation and sentence formation. And we got to see that words are formed and they have surface and deeper meaning. So you have to be very careful when you say something, because the deeper meaning of what you said can be very, very disastrous to whoever is listening. Every statement made has a spirit that goes behind it. We need to know this. You have to be conscious of it. You don't wake up and just say something out of the heat of anger, and it can be used against you. For example, you're in a fight, an argument, or a quarrel with somebody, and you tell the person that I'll kill you, and unfortunately for you, 2 or 3 days or 5 days or 1 week later, that person dies. If witnesses were around, you can be convicted for that word, that statement you made. And just as I say, words have spirit. If you say something, a spirit goes behind it to accomplish whatever it wills. And so you have to be careful to not say something that can implicate you, because by law, things you say can implicate you. Seal it up. Don't go ahead to say something, whether good or bad, and that you cannot be accomplished. I have a friend who said something to me that I really admire a lot. He said something. He said, I would really love to say this to you, but I want to be very careful with what I say, because there are things that are in my control. I can control it. But to say that I want to do this for you, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I don't know what will happen after tomorrow. It's my desire, but I cannot tell you that this is what I want to do. Some things can just come by surprise, and all of us can just flow. I think that we should just take a day at a time. And that really got me. And for me, the deeper meaning was good. I don't care whatever he was meaning or whatever to him. Maybe he was trying to manipulate me or so. But for me, it meant so well. It was a good statement, because you don't know what you say. What you say can really cause a kind of mindset in the person you're saying it to. And you have to be careful. Seal it up. Very much as we were growing, and we had this statement that the best answer to a fool is to keep quiet. I think that when you grow up, the more you grow up, you get to see that that statement is really true. Because sometimes people can say something to you that you can say something that can make them die. Like, honestly, you can say something that can kill somebody. But you have to be very careful. Some words can really demoralize people. I'll be talking about depression in consequent videos, but because many people people are very attentive and very sensitive to what you say. So you have to be extremely careful. If you study the Bible in the book of Acts chapter 4, verses 32, or in the book of Acts chapter 4, you get to see that the children of God that time, they had gathered. They said that we're going to sell a lot of our things, or all of our things, to make sure that there's no poor around us. Like, everybody is on the same level. Everybody has something to eat. Everybody has clothing or so. And Ananias and Sapphira, they were part of that union. They were part of that agreement. They decided to also do it. And maybe in the course of time, in chapter 5, they went and sold all their properties, but they kept half of the profit. And meanwhile, they were supposed to bring everything. I felt like at some point they were said something that they agreed to do something that they were not able to accomplish. Sometimes we need to be very careful with what we agree to do. Seal it up. Don't open your mouth to say something or write down something that you're sure that you're not completely sure that you are in control of it, like you can fully do it. Be careful. Be careful. I've watched a lot of youths disrespect their older ones because of the concept that you're right. No matter how much you're right, an older person, we grew up with that mentality that you don't tell an older person that you're wrong. Like, that's a lie. I think that, I don't know if you still know about this, but I grew up with that mentality that you don't tell an older person that that's a lie. And a few days ago, I was talking to my baby. I was like, you don't tell, even if the person is wrong or right or what, you don't tell an older person that that's a lie. I think we grew up with that thing, and we should always find a way to communicate a right thing, even if the older person is saying something wrong. you need to just always just be quiet and respect. Seal your mouth up because of respect. Seal your mouth up. And worst of all is in a conversation. You're talking with somebody and you're just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Seal it up. Women are always bound to be called the talkatives. And one thing I have worked on in my life is to be quiet. Like, I try my best, especially when it comes to being around a man. Like, I try my best to be very quiet. Like, I may not be able to communicate my thoughts because I don't want to come out like a quarrelsome woman. And you have to be careful as a woman. And I've seen men who talk way more than women. Seal it up. Seal it up. Talking a lot is irritating. Many times I space out from somewhere somebody is talking a lot because I feel like you're just laboring over something you could just say in 4-5 lines. Like you could just say it. We understand you. You could just say it. And sometimes we need to learn to listen. I'm not talking about listening, but I'm talking about you being able to be in a conversation and let it actually be a conversation, not a speech, not a preaching or a motivational speech. Please seal it up. Know when to seal your mouth up. Words spoken can never be revoked. If you tell somebody that I chose you over somebody, you can never take that word from that word that has been spoken. It's like water that is spilled on the ground. You can never gather it up again. So you have to be careful. Reserve your words. Reserve your comments. Reserve it. Don't just say something because you're angry. So we have to be extremely careful with what we say because we will give account for every word spoken. Tame your tongue. Ships are so large, but they are piloted by very young and small people. Just like a plane is piloted by small people. As large as it is piloted by small people. And so the scripture says that the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. The tongue is a fire, a world of unrighteousness. Thousands of reasons why we must tame our tongue. Your mouth can put you into a lot of trouble. Tame your tongue. Seal it up. If anyone thinks he is right, is religious, he is righteous, he is moral, and does not bridle his tongue, but deceives his heart, this person's religion is worthless. James chapter 1 verse 26. If you think that you're religious, if you think that you're moral, if you think that you're upright, and you cannot bridle your tongue, you cannot seal it up, your religion, your uprightness is worthless. Your morality is worthless. Seal it up. One of the things that we youths are growing up with, people are growing up with, this foul language. There are certain things that I don't tolerate. Like I can be so sassy sometimes, but there are things that I cannot handle. Please don't tell this. One of the things, those statements that I get so annoyed with is when somebody tells me that you will not make heaven. I think that's something that people say. And for me, it's a it's something I cannot handle. Then why am I working? Why are we working our righteousness? Why would you just open your mind and just say you will not make heaven? For me, I take it very serious. And I will contradict that statement anywhere it's said to me. I don't know about you, but there are some statements that are made. Like I said, a spirit goes behind it and it can influence you into not actually making heaven. It's not a joke. We will give account for every careless word that is spoken. Let's be careful. Be extremely careful. Don't be quick to utter words in the place of anger. You will regret it. Many people have regretted it. Take some time out and be like, okay, this person has said this to me. I had a situation some few days or months ago. A boy, let me call him a boy because per his age he should be a man, but for me it's a boy. He's a boy because of what he said to me. And he went into an argument over my money. Like, he borrowed some money from me. I have to say this because let's be real. He borrowed some money from me and I was like, please, I need this money. And in the course of me trying to ask the money, he got insulting me, and he was insulting me like I'm a fool, like I acted out. Ali, you're a fool. You acted out of you're not educated. Like, honestly, boo, I have certificates, man, and I'm very intelligent, and you're not educated. He said a lot of things in my head. Sometimes there are things that people say to you, and if you really have to reason it very well, it doesn't really apply to you. And so I just sealed up. I was just like, thanks. I'm like, thanks, because honestly, if I had to say something, I will tell you things that will hurt you. And so you need to know when to seal it up. And for the purpose of the kingdom, you need to know when to seal it up. There are things that don't even really matter, and I just had to let it go. You just have to let it go. Don't say things that you don't mean it, even if it's a good thing. Don't tell somebody that I'm going to give you a car, I'm going to give you 10,000 francs, when you don't mean it. And sometimes saying things, promises can really put you in a loophole. It strains relationships. And be careful, seal it up, even out of your excitement. Don't just say something. Don't just say things. It is not everything you see that you must talk. This one is just something that is happening. People just talk a lot. People just have a lot to say about people's lives. Like, somebody's wearing a skirt. I'm not talking about short skirt, because I'll also talk about that one. Somebody is just wearing something and you're like, oh, this guy is Shaza. It doesn't fit. The color is not even matching. You're not supposed to wear this color. Must you say something? Seal it up. Sometimes your opinion does not count. Be very careful. Be very careful. Mind your business. Some things it is not up to you. It doesn't even concern you. Please, seal it up. Because the things that you say some people have gotten themselves locked up because of they couldn't mind their business. They opened their mouth to say things that didn't concern them. When you're communicating or in a conversation, make sure to reduce your words. Like, I feel like I'm already talking too much. Reduce your words. And if you keep talking and talking, you will lose the other person. Because like me, if you talk way too much, something that you can say in 4 or 5 lines and I can understand, I feel like sometimes I'm not stupid. So I'm not dumb. So you can say it in 1, 2, 3, 4 lines and I'll get it. If I don't get it, I'll ask you a question. Stop repeating it and over. If you're in a conversation, it's a conversation, not a speech. I repeat this. So you have to allow the other person to speak. You also have to listen. So listen to me, seal it up. So I am thinking that it is right for us to seal it up know when to seal it up. Know when to seal it up. Don't just talk and talk. So I think it's the right time for me to seal it up. Thank you very much, and please share this video and subscribe if you've not subscribed to my channel. And God bless you. Have a wonderful week ahead. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, each time I'll upload